You got a second?
Well, Miss Parvati, it looks like we have ourselves a visitor. Well, don't be shy. Come on up and say hello.
Fancy running into you again. Don't mind me. It's just admiring your ship from up close. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me.
I get the feeling that you're calling me boss because you think that you and I have a strict professional relationship. So you're pretty eager to throw in with somebody you barely know.
Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired.
Well, alright then, Felix. Tell me why I should hire you. Let's start the interview right now.
You're serious? You're giving me a shot? All right. Hang on. I put together a little speech, just in case you asked. Hey there. I'm Felix Millstone. I have prepared a list of reasons why I believe you should hire me to join the crew of your ship and/or outlaw gang.
Well, are you reading off your hand? Because I thought I heard some paper crumpling sounds.
Yeah, it's a second draft. Firstly, I am highly personable, and I get along well with anyone who is not of the jackass persuasion.
Sorry. He's funny.
Secondly, I can be counted on in the event of a firefight, standoff, and/or raid. My motto is, if you need a steady gun hand, I'm your man. That motto is it's a work in progress.
Well, I'm pretty sure I know where Parvati's vote goes into this. So I think I've heard enough. You're hired, son.
Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss. You're not going to regret this.
You got a crew now, Felix.
Miss Parvati, we are definitely going to be putting him up in the front row to be shot first, so you don't have to be the distraction anymore. All right, Mr. Felix, son, let's head on inside and we'll show you around the ship. All right.
Warning, intruders will be... Oh, it's you.
Miss Captain Marvell, we have a new crewmate. If you could put him into the registry, that would be mighty fine. And we've got places to go, so let's get it going.
Captain, how can I be of assistance?
Well, you see, I picked up this distress call, and I need you to play it back for me.
Yes, Captain. Beginning playback now.
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth. The unemployed. For law's sake, if anyone's receiving this, please send help. What? No!
Captain, we are now capable of accessing the Roseway Landing Pad. Also, corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of key personnel for retrieval. The embedded names are Anton Crane, Vaughn Cortez, and Orion Shaw.
Well, I think those three persons of interest are not having a very good day. So, I guess we shall head on over to the Roseway.
Here.
Alright, I think we're going to Monarch, correct? Or maybe not. Ah, here we go. Terra 2 Roseway Landing Pad.
We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
Ah, yes, here we are yet again. Oh, while we're back on the ship, I should probably get that little hologram doohickey thingy that Phineas gave me. Well, look at this. Why is there a staring moon man sign right inside of the captain's quarters? I don't think I'm going to be staying here for much longer if this is going to be the captain's quarters with that little picture man. Alright, now. Oh, this must be the holographic shroud. Oh, look at this. Welcome, Captain. Message for Zach Bradigan, that's me. Wait a minute, there's no messages for me. What about Alex Hawthorne, the person I am supposed to be? unread messages. You Bedford. Oh, I forgot to mention in my previous message. Silly me, I'm mailing you a copy of my favorite serial, The Space Adventures of Singularity Steel. It's about a dashing space pirate with a heart of, well, steel. It's not exactly board approved, mind you, so don't you go showing it around to your space buddies. I hope it will amuse you while you're out adventuring. Any similarities to a certain someone are entirely intentional. Happy face, smiley face, little winky face. Alright. And we have the logs. Log entry number 1. Note to self, remember this later? No better. Ada, remind me weekly to check this log till I tell you to stop. Yes, I mean continually. No, Ada, no, not if I'm dead. Why would you even ask me that? Back to my point. I saw in actuality with my own 2 eyes a sublimely powerful weapon in Will's lab, just sitting there for the taking. If the gray hair were to look away or forget about it, maybe. Or if I had asked a smidgen more nicely. He called it a shrink rat, but wouldn't let me test that claim after I lost my temper. Said he was inspired to create the thing by the achievements of other scientists who dared to push the boundaries of human knowledge and decency laws. I had heard rumors of fantastical weapons like this one, weapons that push the boundaries of the mind and science's cutting edge, but I figured they were just stories, to be honest. Laying eyes on Will's shrink rat firsthand is enough to make a feller wonder if there's more to the rumors, more to be had. What about hammer power? The last time I got sloshed, was imbibing at the lost hope on the groundbreaker. Look, Udon was really free with the drinks. He seems like an okay feller. Shamelessly, but subtly eavesdropped on 2 Martes, he yammering on about a mad scientist some years back who'd claimed he'd made a huge discovery about that would change the fate of the colony. Like, none of us have heard that one before, but here's the good part. The Martes said that mad scientist kept yelling about the hammer's power or something similar. A strange weapon with a special power created by a crazy lab coat. And sure fits the bill. It could be another one of the weapons that inspired whales. And last but not least, the black market leads. Why won't whales just give me the shrink rat to me? I blast him to the depths of the labyrinth on Tartarus and back. Let the record show I did apologize for shouting him down. 5 times, in fact. But architect, be damned, is just sitting there, neglected and gathering dust. I should have commandeered it and thanked him without asking permission or breaking expensive equipment when he said it wasn't ready yet, and that even if it were, he couldn't trust it to someone like me. What does that even mean, I ask? That I'm not trustworthy enough? That I'd use it to wipe out the good, hard-working folks of the colony like some sort of moralist psychopath? I'll admit to maintaining some questionable associations, but I follow a strict code of me, myself, and mine. What's not to respect in that? Exactly. Now, I have to wait until Wells forgets or thinks he's misplaced it. In the meanwhile, I have been tracking down additional rumors pertaining to others of these science weapons throughout Halcyon. If gossip holds true, my next step will be to check with the black market merchants on the groundbreaker and in Fall Brook. Sounds like we need to go ahead and follow through up on these rumors of his. Anyways, let's see how that Felix boy is doing on the ship. Well, somebody's been getting busy. Miss Pavati, have you been busy building some of your robotics over here? Need I remind you that all robotics are supposed to be locked up or destroyed? Well, I guess there's nothing to do about this. We'll just close that for now, so Mr. Robot does not escape. This is not a petunia. And that petunia sure is sly with his looks. I'll give him that much. Well, there's the vicar. All right, how you doing, son?
Good to see you, boss.
So, anyway, how did you end up on the groundbreaker anyways?
Didn't I tell you? I'm secretly the chairman's orphan child, abandoned at birth in the back bays.
You don't say. And then you were raised by a pack of sprats, right? I think I've heard this one before.
That's right. Can't get anything past you, boss. Honestly, before you picked me up, I was living in the back bays. Spent my whole life up there, watching ships roll in and take off. I always wondered when my ship would come. I was what folks on the Groundbreaker call a stowaway. Means I was invisible. Life carried on for everybody else, but not for me. I had to make my own way.
So that, you're a stowaway then.
That's what they called us. Orphans with no family, no company to take us in, nowhere to go but the back bays. The word's a touch kindlier than Rungleech, but the meaning's just as clear. If you can't support your own self, you don't deserve to be on the Groundbreaker.
So then how did you manage?
Same way we all do. Look for work and hope somebody would give me a shot. Hauling boxes was about the only work I could find. Hated every second of it. Foreman and I never got on.
Well, I mean, you did attack him with the tossball stick.
Could be I was overreacting. A better man might have turned the other cheek. Exercised a little bit of that, what's the word? Restraint? But on the other hand, broadsiding the jackass with a tossball stick, that felt good. That felt real good. You ought to try it.
Maybe some other time. Anyways, you could have been a little bit more diplomatic. I mean, like a captain, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, in theory. But I wouldn't have felt half as good. I caught a real lucky break. If you hadn't picked me up, I'd still be back at the docks, waiting for the day my ship arrives.
Well, let's be honest. If I hadn't picked you up, son, you'd probably be in a prison cell.
Oh yeah. I had a prison cell back on the Groundbreaker. Carved my name on the wall. I wonder if it's still there. Thanks for listening, boss. Let's get going.
Also, we're gonna have to get you a new outfit because you're gonna be on the front lines. I'll see you in 10. Oh yes, good day, Miss Pavati.
Hey, Captain.
No guards, huh? I like this place already.
Well, all right, Mr. Felix, Miss Pavati, we have ourselves a mission. Let's get to it. But first, I think I wanna perhaps change a little something about Felix. I see you got yourself a grenade launcher. Well, that'll definitely come in handy, son. But I do think that we ought to check and see if there's anything we can do about what you're wearing. Or let's see what else you can do. All right, you two, let's get on going, shall we? Well, I will for sure that there will be at least some sort of a population to come out and greet us, but it seems we are not worthy, as they say.
Something chewed clear through that armor.
Oh yes, it did. All right, I think you ought to get your weapons out. Don't know exactly what we're gonna be finding around here. Let's see. What is going on up there? I do wonder. All right, folks, keep your eyes peeled. I don't want to be caught blindsided by marauders or anything worse, like Raptidon spitters. We got 2 Raptidon. Oh, we got a stalker.
Take him down!
That kind of hurts.
Oh. That's not good. That thing spit on me.
Look at us.
All right. Now that's textbook right there. You see, the captain stays behind and gives the orders, and the two crewmates.
Clear the roadway. Obstruction of commerce is punishable by a fine of no less than 10,000 bits.
Well,
Gotta show me how you did that.
maybe someday it's a captain's trick, shall we say. Also, we got ourselves another grenade launcher.
Warning. Pathing obstruction.
All right. That is very strange.
Organic materials detected on roadway. Please ensure mechanisms are ready for reversal.
Well, plasma rifle. Now that sounds mighty fine. I think I will be taking that.
Delays in loading due to commerce obstruction will be deducted from all staff pay.
Alright, it doesn't look like there's much else in the area.
Easy.
Well, we got some ammo here. A little bit of, some apple cider. I will be taking that.
You have been fined an additional 2
Fast ration pill.
commerce obstruction. Please
No, thank you.
your ticket.
And I do always forget that I gotta go back and sell stuff. Alright, let's check the messages. Property of Oncleo from administration. Dear sir and or madam, effective immediately, all operations in the Roseway laboratory and outpost have been terminated. Oncleo values your commitment to serving our company and will arrange for your transportation and relocation to one of 3 available Oncleo worker facilities with the following restrictions. Relocation fees will be deducted from pay. If your pay is insufficient to cover necessary relocation fees, you may apply for a relocation fee loan. Approval of loan requires an audit of your work history and permanent record. If you would like to apply for an audit, please submit a request form for a place in our surprise audit wait list. Please include your audit fee paid in full. If you cannot pay for your audit, please apply for an audit fee loan. Approval of loans requires an audit of your work history and permanent record. Thank you for cooperating with Oncleo's relocation and site erasure protocol. Please remember that effective immediately, all registered Oncleo workers are strictly forbidden from confirming or denying the existence of the Roseway laboratory and outpost. Violating this directive may be punishable by a fine, mandatory re-education, or a surprise audit. Well, how about the personal files? All personal files have been purged. Never mind then. Well, we are looking for secrets here. Alright, let's see, what do I need to get rid of?
Clear the roadway. Obstruction of commerce is
Alright, I think it's about time we started heading in.
10,000 bits.
Hey, is that gunfire?
Well, sure is. You know what they say about gunfire, you should probably wait until the gunfire stops. You know, all parties be taking each other out, whatnot. Anyways, let's head on in. Well, this is a mighty fine mess. But, as they say, the dead won't need for belongings. So we'll just go ahead and purge them of anything that we might be able to use. Excuse me, sir. And or madam.
I done had enough of this shit. I'm just the fucking tarmac guard. No one said nothing about fighting no raps.
Exactly, what happened here?
Alarms went off, raps broke loose, and I hightailed it in here to get a wall between me and them beasts.
You said the raps broke loose? Did you have them caged up or something?
Forget I said anything about that.
Well, alright, could you tell me who's in charge then?
Scientist, name of Anton Crane. Someone said he's panicking inside the comm center.
Well, alright then. I guess I'll just have a talk with him.
Before I forget, Oncleo's makes the best pharmaceuticals in Halcyon. Better than nature. Not like that crap Spacer's Choice pedals.
Well, alright then. Looks like we got competition from Space's Choice. Anyways, well, I do see a bar, and there's some stuff I would like to offload. So why don't we go right on ahead?
Shaft runs from the bottom of the lab to the top of the hill, over the garage.
Yeah, sure.
You think the other 16 were closed? Maybe on account of health code violations?
Well, hello, madam.
I don't think you're supposed to be wandering around. Security's gonna tell you to make tracks. Want to treat yourself before you go? Something for the road, maybe?
Well, sure, let me see what you're selling.
Oncleo makes the best pharmaceuticals in Halcyon.
As I've been told numerous times. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and sell some of this stuff. Alright, thank you, madam. We'll be heading out. Where's Felix? Alright. Come on, son. It's time for us to go.
You're not listening.
Alright then. Let's see what we have inside of this here building. Excuse me, sir. And or madam.
Ah, outlaws, I assume. Do me a favor and let me finish this, will you? And then make it quick, please.
What exactly are you talking about?
Aren't you with the brutes that attacked our lab? Aren't you here to pillage our supplies and leave our corpses to the raptidons?
Well, I heard there was a little bit of trouble here, and I thought I'd check it out.
Oh, well, good luck. Now, if we got the carbon in here, it's just a matter. Orson, you idiot. Just put it. Of course, because I didn't.
Oh, excuse me.
Of course, that's the.
Excuse me, kind sir.
I'm gonna get this solved. I mean, it's.
I said, sir.
I'm going to.
Hello.
Oh, you're still here. If you haven't already, you might speak to Anton. He can point you in the right direction. Now, if we got the carbon in here, it's just a matter. Orson, you idiot. Just put it. Of course, because I didn't.
Well, thank you. I guess I'll go talk to somebody else. Alright, Miss Pavati, Mr. Shaw. Felix, rather. Let's, try to find Mr. Anton in comms, if I'm not mistaken. Excuse me. Are you Mr. Anton Crane?
If you've come to end my life, let's be on with it. Oh, not actually one of them, are you?
You must be Anton Crane.
I must apologize if my call diverted you. I, may have panicked. Everything's under control now, though, truth be told.
Under control? That what you call hiding in an abandoned town surrounded by raptidons.
Standard operating procedure for suits, boss. They're all a bunch of cowards.
I'm not sure it's right to fault a man for trying to survive.
Well, touche. Well, let's hear him out then. What happened here?
An attack. One that I'd wager was due to the nature of my research here.
But why exactly cancel the distress call?
My research may not quite fall within legal parameters, so I'm under orders to maintain wireless silence. However, having your head used as target practice can addle one's thinking. I cut the call immediately once I'd gathered my wits. The Home Office can't know what's happening here.
Well, then why don't you tell me exactly what it is you are doing here, or I will let them know myself.
Captain's got your best interests at heart, mister. Honest.
I suppose it can't hurt. If I don't get that research back, my life is over regardless. We were tasked with formulating a new and improved dental gel.
Excuse me? Are you telling me that this is all about toothpaste?
One cannot exaggerate the benefits of good dental hygiene. May I continue?
Well, please do.
While doing research on enzymes specific to the Raptidon's digestive system, we developed an additive which we subsequently discovered to be the most effective appetite suppressant ever.
So, you can couch it however you like. It's just toothpaste, I guess. I guess you could call it diet toothpaste.
Not just any diet toothpaste, the ultimate diet toothpaste.
So exactly what do you need from me then?
Hours ago, a group of vicious malcontents fell upon us, shot up our labs and loosed our research subjects, the Raptidons. If those cretins get their hands on my research, well, they'll need not kill me.
Well, so you want me to remove the cretins and retrieve the research? Well, that's a check. You want I should handle your Raptidon problem as well?
Yes, but don't kill their mother if it's avoidable. We've need of her to replenish our stocks. I think there's gas in the lab somewhere that can be used to put them out. The research is in the safe in my office. You'll have need of my code and keycard.
Oh yes, please do.
The entrance is in the side of a hill. You can't miss it if you just follow the road. You'll pass by the town's original by the Grand Architect. Jameson. He's in the old lab.
Who now?
My protege. I sent him to retrieve some metabolic precursors, and I forgot him.
Well, that's a shame on you.
Don't you think it weighs on me? He was my responsibility. All of them are, regardless of their thinking on the matter. If he has died, too many have been lost. Too many black marks against my name. And far too much paperwork.
All right then. I guess I will have to go and find him as well. Thank you for your time. All right, Miss Pavati, Mr. Felix, let's head on out, shall we?
Crane guy cares more about his research than his own people.
That he does. Anyways, let's check around the apartments. Well, hello there, good sir, and madam.
Hell of a day to visit. I'm Vaughn Cortez. Dr. Vaughn Cortez. But just Vaughn's fine, really.
Oh, where exactly were you when the outlaws attacked?
Over in the main labs. I rabbited back here when I realized I was hearing gunshots, not blown fuses. We've been cooped up in here, I don't know, hours? Too long. I have to get back to work.
Well, you look mighty nervous, young fella, or at least in your one eyeball that I can see.
What? I mean, we're surrounded by hungry Raptidons. Who wouldn't be? Am I right? Look, I don't want to go back out there, but there's a thing I gotta do. I had to leave an experiment running at the lab. Something I've been working on a long while. Something that could really get me ahead. Know what I mean?
Well, what exactly? I need the details, please.
I've been extracting organic compounds from Raptidons. Compounds that have, benefits.
Oh, you mean like toothpaste?
Extracting how? No, wait, maybe I don't want to know.
In certain social situations. Personal situations. Where you might want to, enhance your charisma.
Well, that does sure sound fascinating. You're gonna tell me where I'm going?
Sure. Of course. Our lab's south of here, down the road. Not the old public lab, the one past that, built into the mountainside.
So, second lab down the road. And when I get there...
My equipment's in the lower levels, way in the back. I have a big room all to myself. Dissection tables and whatnot. It should have been running this whole time. Just grab the results and bring them here.
Well, all right, I'll go up there and keep an eye out.
Great! This is really gonna save my ass.
Here, Miss Provider, Mr. Felix, you see what I did there?
Suppose that stuff's used. Do you drink it, or is it like perfume?
Was that supposed to be the living quarters? Seemed about as livable as a coffin.
You see what I did there? The joke about the eye. I'll keep an eye out because he only had one eye. Yeah, I think you understand. Anyways, I think we ought to have a talk back with Mr. Olsen.
Another outlaw? I'm quite sure I've already spoken to your lot.
Well, for the last time, I am not an outlaw.
Oh, quite right. My apologies. I did speak to you earlier, didn't I? What would you like?
Well, let's start by reminding me who you are.
I am Orion Shaw, Chief Behavioral Scientist. I was brought in to study the Raptidons. I was to ensure that, should a problem arise, our team is adequately equipped to deal with them.
And, what'd you learn?
They are insatiably hungry, absolutely impossible to control in any fashion, and indeed appear to be powered entirely by hate. No amount of studying will enable us to control them, or even slightly sate their aggression.
So then, your research amounted to nothing then. Well, that's just great now, isn't it?
Not quite. We are now acutely aware of their weaknesses. Bullets through the head.
Well, even I could have told you that.
Now that may seem like an obvious conclusion, but believe it or not, some creatures' brains are not in their heads. Now, if we got the carbon in here, it's just a matter. Orson, you idiot. Just put it. Of course, because I didn't.
Excuse me, sir. We are still having a conversation.
Power of 12, and of course that's the idiots.
Good sir.
I mean, it's.
Excuse me.
I'm going to.
You're not very good with the people skills now, are you? So, what are you doing there, anyways?
What does it look like? I'm preparing a personal defense device, or trying to, anyway.
Well, not that I know anything, but I think Miss Parvati here knows a little something about science and whatnot.
Why, yes. I suppose I could. Thanks.
So, that looks pretty lethal. Are you even allowed to mess with tech like that?
Certainly not. But Porter and his goons are busy with the outlaws, and Anton's busy holding his head in his hands. Seems as good a time as any to get a bit of work done.
So then, do you need a hand?
No. Well, yes. Well, no. Perhaps. I left schematics in our storage facility. As far as I know, the security commander hasn't found them yet. I admit I'd feel better were they returned to me.
Well then, can you care to elaborate, please?
I found an advanced pistol when we moved here, but it's broken. I need those schematics to modify it to output superheated air. It should quite easily burn through Raptidon hides.
Well, now that sounds like a find. Where's this storage facility?
Out the south gate. Follow the road. It'll be on the left, past the old lab.
Well, alright. I will see what I can find.
Say, you wouldn't happen to have a tube of thermal paste on you, would you?
No.
Blast. Well, good luck. I hope I see you back here in one piece.
Alright, Miss Pavade, Mr. Felix, we have a few tasks to deal with, so let's head on out. This is the south gate, right? Let's see, where's south? South is this way. Alright, let's head on out. Might want to get your weapons ready.